Welcome everyone to this event organized by Comites of San Francisco. Thank you Innovit and thank you Istituto Italiano di Cultura for hosting us.
From the governmental point of view, I'm glad to give you just a few hints about what we are doing as Ministry of Foreign Affairs and government as a whole, obviously. We have some tools for protecting Italian trademarks and trade. Created the committee, the National Committee Against Counterfeiting and Italian Sounding, which is the most, I would say, delicate issue for Italian exceptional and extraordinary goods abroad. And the second thing we have done, and this is already, let's say, put in place since a few years, it's a desk of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Italian Trade Agency, which is a partner, obviously. And we act abroad to protect our companies and their products through these desks.
We're here because Made in Italy matters. Made in Italy creates jobs, Made in Italy creates value, Made in Italy creates wealth. But Made in Italy is under attack. And it's under attack from many different fronts, not necessarily just Italian sounding, which is certainly one of the biggest issues, but it's also facing a changing economy, a changing consumer, a need for a different experience that consumers want in relationship to the product and the service that they acquire. And it's something that we need to recognize, and there is a need, I believe, for a concerted strategy that needs to come from the institutions, from the entrepreneurs, and from people like us. Everyone needs to be aware of the fact that Made in Italy is a national brand, it's a national heritage, it's a treasure that we all need to take care of. It's not just something that is there and it's going to be there forever.
The Italian businesses that we see, number one, are few, and number two, they're not necessarily traditional brands that sell physical products, but there is always a component of technology associated with what they bring to market here. And so basically, that said, I think there are three trends that I've noticed in the last, let's say, 2-3 years. The first trend is that technology is really being pervasive in traditional products. Then the second thing that I noticed is concerning things like fashion, more traditional goods that Italian industry markets and produces. And then the last thing that I've seen in the last couple of years are direct acquisitions by US companies or direct investments by US funds into Italian technology companies that integrate, fashion and food tech elements in their products. Italian companies in sectors that touch traditional industries like fashion, food, design, industrial automation, machinery, to really, look at what technologies have been developed by these sectors and the opportunities that exist with the California markets.
So, to answer your question, we need to be authentic with the story we tell, and we need to be local. We really need to embrace our Made in Italy is where we are, is our territory, is where we are. And we need to make sure that the customer understands that Italy or Made in Italy is not just one concept. We have a number of declinations of it, and that's what they need to come and appreciate with us. We tell our story, we own the story, and then we train our people to also share that, so we share it with them. I think that's what's important now to make the brand and the Made in Italy relevant, is to keep it very, very geographically defined and very authentic.
I think we need to start from the beginning with the Italian Americans, and we need to go back to our roots, essentially. To the Italian Americans, it's very important to be Italian. This identity is very important to them, and we need to help them along the way learn what it means to be Italian and what it is to be Italian and what Italy is. And that's the part of going back to our roots and defining what it is. And that, I think, in turn will help grow the brand of Made in Italy if people really know what Italy is.
Thank you. Very very quickly, on behalf of the Assembly of the Comites of San Francisco, which I preside as of last February, I want to thank our guest speakers for being here tonight.